to the NES and remember a little game that tried to capitalize off of the Ninja Turtle success, but still like made a really awesome and brutally, painfully hard game called Battletoads. And there's been a few sequels of Battletoads, like there's a Double Dragon crossover, and the Super Nintendo version was kind of cool. But there hasn't been a Battletoads game since, I think, '94, when it was re-released in arcades. So Battletoads definitely has a cult following, and I think a good old-fashioned, painfully hard beat-em-up is definitely overdue. You might have heard of Blizzard. They've been doing whatever craft games that millions of people are playing. But they also came out with this game a while back called BLACKTHORNE, which is an awesome cinematic platformer in the same vein as Prince of Persia, except you have a shotgun. And it's hard to top that. I mean, that's just sweet. So definitely a new BLACKTHORNE. I hope if they can take the time away from Warcraft or the next Diablo game, maybe after that's done, new BLACKTHORNE would be great. Definitely a classic. River City Ransom. Man, it's such a great game with just punching faces until people barf, and lots of cool weapons and great RPG elements. And I know the Scott Pilgrim game that came out was very River City Ransom-esque, but I'd like to see something kind of like that, but with the RPG elements, like I mentioned. So something a little bit more expansive with more city exploration and lots of leveling up. I think that would be a really great game. And another arcade classic I'd really like to see redone, one of my personal favorites, ROBOTRON 2084. It's such a great game, just pure arcade shooting action. Just two hands moving in different directions, destroying everything in your path. I think it's definitely long overdue. There's been a couple of Robotron games for the PlayStation and N64, and those were kind of cool, but I think in today's day and age, after games like Geometry Wars and the new like Space Invaders style games, Robotron could use the same treatment. And my final pick, my dream game, there needs to be another EARTHBOUND game. It's kind of an obscure SNES RPG starring Ness, who you might know from at least Smash Brothers, but man, such a great game. There's only been one of them released in the US, a couple other ones in Japan, but that game is so classic and it's been so long. I definitely would like to see another EARTHBOUND, and I think there's a large following of people who feel the same way. So hopefully, you know, since NES is building popularity with Smash Brothers, like I said, I think Nintendo's got to be gearing up for it. At least I hope so. Alright, so that's my wish list. I hope you enjoyed it. I'd really like to hear your comments as well on if you agree with me or some of the games that you think have a lot of potential for a new one. I'd like to hear about it for sure. So have a Happy New Year, everybody, and here's to 2011.